Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a 5 looks 1 palette video on the new RawBeautyKristi and PUR Cosmetics palette. This palette here is double-ended. It has a nude side and it has a colorful side. And even though in my original review video with this palette, I already created 2 looks there, by the way, so go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Even though in that video I created 2 looks and I did a colorful look on its own and a neutral look on its own, in this video I thought the best way to go about it was to just like mix both sides of the palette together. I love adding a pop of color to neutral looks, and I also love when looks are colorful but like still wearable. So I combined a lot of the shades, and in every single one of my looks I'm using both sides of the palette because they are there for a reason and I just wanted to play with them. Every product on my face right now and every product that I use throughout the video will be linked down in the description box of this video. So if you guys want to shop through my links, that definitely helps support my channel. If not, that's okay. And then I would love it if you guys commented down below 1 through 5 which one was your favorite look. At the end of the video, I will let you know which look was my personal favorite. If you're new to my channel, I do lots of videos like this where I show you how to thoroughly use your palettes. I have a whole collection of 5 looks 1 palette videos with some of your favorite palettes, I'm sure. And if you find this video helpful, I'm inviting you to go and check out the rest of the videos like this that I have done in the past. Also, I would really appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. We have 5 looks to get to, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's get started with the first look. I have my Sigma E40 brush right here in the color My Whole Heart, and I'm going to use it as a base. So with my E40, I'm going back and forth and just setting my primer with it. I'm doing windshield wiper motions on the crease and then just taking it all the way down to my eyelid. With the same brush and the color Moo Point, I'm going to work on the crease of my eye. So I'm doing windshield wiper motions on the crease, just back and forth, outer corner of the eye, and just blending it upwards. Back and forth, and this color blends out like a dream. Literally no effort required. So nice. I'm switching to the Morphe M505 in the color You're Not My Real Dad, and I'm going to pat that color on the outer corner of my eye. Just pat that color right there, outer corner, and we're going to start blending it into the crease. So I'm just kind of flicking it upwards and out on that outer corner. And once again, that just blended with very little effort. If you're having any trouble with it, feel free to go back to your bigger, fluffier brush and just run it through any edges, and that'll help sort it right up. A little bit more of the color You're Not My Real Dad on the M505, and we're going to apply it on the inner part of the eyelid. And again, blend it into the crease just a little bit. I'm just kind of tapping and swiping at this point. For my under eye, I have the Morphe M506 in the color Moo Point, and I'm going to place it all under my lower lash line, just back and forth blended. I'm going to connect it right here at the end. Super easy blend, as you see. E36 from Morphe in the color You're Not My Real Dad, and we're going to darken up my lower lash line by swiping that dark brown shade back and forth in between my lashes. Again, make sure it meets with the outer corner at the end of your eye right here. I'm switching my palette around and I'm grabbing the color Cafe Disco with my finger, and I'm going to tap it right here in the center of my eyelid from the lashes, and I'm patting my way upwards a little bit past the crease. And as you can see, when you very lightly tap, there is like no need to blend afterwards. Last thing for the eyeshadow, I'm tapping the color Cafe Disco right here on the inner corner of my eye with my number 18 from Sephora collection, and I'm just patting it right here on this inner corner. With the Fenty eyeliner in Q-Ting, I'm going to bring out the pink on my crease a little more by adding this color to my waterline. And this right here is look number 1 without mascara. Let me put some mascara on and show you the final look. I'm back with mascara on. This is the Pat McGrath Dark Star mascara. I feel absolutely zero need to put lashes on with this mascara on because it looks so incredible, and I love how it makes my lashes look thicker, but like it also separates them. Incredible. I love this mascara, and this right here is look number 1, which I'm loving because it is a halo eye, which I love halo eyes, and also because it has a nice soft pinky romantic look. And this is definitely not the first look that comes to mind when I see the Kristi palette, but you can achieve it with it, so that's amazing. Let's get started with the second look. I'm going to be using some rougher brushes. These 3 are the ones that I've had for a while, number 1, 2, and 3. As you can see, they're a little bit pigment stained. And then these right here, they recently sent me. I have number 12, 13, 14, and 15. And I'm super excited to play with them. So for the rest of the looks, I'll probably be using rougher brushes. I have the Alter Ego eyeshadow primer on, and I'm going to set it with the color My Whole Heart and the number 15 brush. So I'm just packing that color all over my crease and eyelid. That color is very similar to the color of my skin, so I'm just going to use it to set that primer. I turned my palette around to the colorful side, and I mixed the colors Dandelion and Lumos here on my brush. And I'm going to back and forth start applying that mixture to the crease of my eye. With a little bit of Lumos, I'm going to soften the upper edge. And with a little bit of Dandelion, I'm going to deepen up the crease. Back and forth, and I'm still using that number 15 brush. I grabbed a little bit of the color Garden State with that number 15 brush, and I'm going to pat it right here on this outer corner of my eye. And after I deposit the color, I'm going to start blending it into the crease ever so slightly. Just back and forth with the tip of that brush. I'm actually going to switch to my number 1 brush from Rougher. This brush is clean, it's just stained. And I'm going to run it through the edge of Garden State and Dandelion so that they blend into one another. I'm going in with Dandelion on the outer half of the crease of my eye to make sure that we have a nice blend. And now I'm doing the number 14 brush just because it's a little smaller and a little bit more Garden State to deepen up this outer corner of the eye. This is super colorful already, and I want it to be somewhat wearable, so I'm going to not add any other bright colors. I'm going to switch the palette back around, and I have the color Golden Ticket right here on my finger, and I'm going to apply that color to my eyelid. I grabbed a little bit more with my number 2 brush, and I'm going to go through my edges here, and I'm patting it when I get to where the green color is placed so that they blend nicely into one another. I'm going back with my number 14, nothing extra added to it, just whatever remaining Garden State it has, and I'm swiping from the outer corner in to get a nice blend with that shimmer. This right here is the top of look number 2. I'm going to do some face makeup, and I'll be right back to finish it up. I'm back, and I put some makeup around my eye. The first thing I'm going to do is use Garden State one more time. This time I have the Rougher number 13, which is a bit smaller, and I'm going to put it right underneath my lower lash line, just back and forth with that number 13 brush. I really like the way this brush blended things underneath my eyes. Alright, and I'm getting right here and pulling it up a little bit on the outer corner. And then back with my number 1 brush and the color Dandelion, I'm going to blend that out. So just back and forth underneath Garden State, and we're going to blend it upwards right here. Okay, and so this is what things are looking like after everything is blended. If I had a bright yellow eyeliner, that's what I would be putting in my waterline with this look. But since I don't, I went ahead and used Fake Awake by Tarte. This would usually be the finished look without mascara. However, I feel like this is the perfect opportunity to pull out my Norvina liners and use them because the colors are perfect. So I'm going to play with this and show you what I come up with, and then I'll do mascara. I'm back, and I did the Norvina eyeliner as a wing. It kind of transferred a little bit up here on the outer corner where I have the green eyeshadow, and then I put on the Pat McGrath Dark Star mascara, which I'm still absolutely obsessed with because I mean it makes my lashes look so fabulous. And this right here is look number 2. Let's get started with look number 3, and for this one I'm going to start with my number 3 brush from Rougher and the color Lumos. This is that white shade, and I want to put it right underneath my brow as a highlight color. I did this in some looks with the Riviera palette, and I just love a nice matte white highlight underneath the brow. Flipping the palette around, I got the color My Whole Heart, and this is going to be the first shade that I'm kind of just setting the primer with and also using as a transition between the white and the rest of the colors. And I'm using the number 15 brush from Refer to just back and forth blend that color in. I grabbed the color On My Orange mixed in with Loomis, and I'm going to put it on the crease of my eye and blend it in, not as high up as the first color, just back and forth. And I'm still using that number 15 brush. And to blend the colors back and forth, I just tap back and forth between the two shades and then blend that mixture into my crease. A little bit more of those colors blended together, and what you see here, it creates a really beautiful like pastel orange shade that we're blending into the crease of our eye, and it works really nice as a transition, of course. Same brush, and I grabbed a little bit of On My Orange on its own to build up the intensity on the lower part of the crease of my eye, and this creates a nice gradient effect as well. There we go. With brush number 1 from Refer and the color Flavor Town, I'm going to intensify the outer corner of the eye there. And back with the number 15, we're going to, of course, make sure that everything is blended. Refer number 1 and a little bit of the color You're Not My Real Dad, and I'm going to just pat it right here on the outer corner, very close to my lashes, and build it into the outer corner shade. I just wanted things to be a little darker. And this is creating a really beautiful like reddish dark shade for this outer corner. Blend out any unevenness with the number 15, nothing added, just whatever remaining color it has, and I'm just back and forth blending everything together. And I think this is going to be an all matte look. I'm going to get the color My Whole Heart, and I'm going to pat it right here in the center of my eyelid with my number 3 brush from Refer. And then with that same brush and the color Loomis, we're going to highlight the inner part of the eye and the inner third of the eyelid. All matte everything. Okay, so this is the top of look number 3. Let me do my face makeup and I'll be right back to finish it up. I'm back, and in my number 13 brush from Refer, I have the color Flavor Town, and I'm going to smudge it right underneath my lower lash line and all the way in till it meets with the white right here. And of course you want to smudge it back to the outer corner of your eye. With my Refer number 3 in the color You're Not My Real Dad, I'm going to intensify closer to my lashes. Back with number 13, I'm just mixing it all together, nothing added to the brush. Lastly, with my number 14 and a mixture of On My Orange and Lumens, we're going to blend that out. For the waterline, I'm going to be using the PUR brown eyeliner. And this is look number 3 without mascara on. I'm going to do a little bit of mascara and show you the final look. Okay, I'm back, and this right here is the third look. I love me this like all matte look. It's so pretty. And I love how beautifully I got everything to blend by just kind of like mixing colors together. And I feel like this is a nice, colorful, bold look, but it's still pretty wearable. If you bought this palette, definitely let me know in the comment section how you've been using your shades. Okay, let's get started with look number 4, and I'm going to start it by putting the color Lumas right underneath my brow, just like we did with the third look. And I'm using my Refer number 2 brush for this. And then with the number 15 brush and the color My Whole Heart, we're going to set the primer, which the one I've been using is from Alter Ego. So I'm blending back and forth with the color My Whole Heart and my number 15 brush. Back with the number 15 brush, I have a blend of 2 colors. The color My Whole Heart and the color Told Ya. So I have those 2, again, just back and forth. I tapped between the 2 mixed together. And I'm going to use them as the transition color on my crease. Very light pressure with my number 15 brush. A little more. Back with a little bit of the color Told You, we're going to intensify things on the outer corner and the lower part of the crease. Next, I'm using my Refer number 1 in the color B, and I'm going to just pat that color right here on the outer corner of my eye and blend it into my crease color just to intensify things a little more. I have the color Hurtful on the Refer number 14 brush, and I'm going to add it to this outer corner of the eye to give it a little pop of color. So I'm patting it up first and then blending it into the crease ever so slightly. I mix that color with a bit of Lumens to brighten it up a little bit, and I'm putting it on the center of my eyelid and blending it back. That same brush and the color B, and I'm going to blend it up into my crease. and I'm taking it around the blue. Back with the number 15 brush, we're going to make sure that everything blends up nicely. A little bit of Told Ya and some windshield wiper motions to blend it all out. Next, with the color Cafe Disco on my finger, I'm going to do the inner part of the eyelid and blend it all the way into my inner corner. If you need to diffuse it, go back with the number 14 brush and run it between the shimmer and the matte. And with my number 2 brush, I'm adding a little bit more of that shimmer in. I hope that you guys appreciate the fact that I'm going way out of my comfort zone for this video. I don't know if you noticed, but like, I just did a blue look. Let me clean up underneath my eyes and put on some face makeup. I'll be right back. I am back with some makeup on my face. Let's finish up look number 4. I have the color Hurtful on my Rephr number 3 brush, and I'm going to just pack it underneath my eye on the like outer half. This one has a little bit of fallout. I'm making sure it meets the outer corner here. With that same brush, I got a mixture of Hurtful and Loomis, and I'm going to go all the way in with the mixture to my tear duct area. It is raining like crazy outside, so I'm sorry if you are hearing that. I have a mixture of My Whole Heart and B right here, and I'm going to blend that blue out with that mixture. And I'm using the Rephr number 13 all the way back here. I want to get this same color here, and I forgot I had used the color Told You, so I have My Whole Heart and Told You mixed together here now, and that's what I'm going to use to blend out that lower lash line. For my waterline, I have this Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the color 200, and I'm going to back and forth just place it in there just like this. Okay, and this right here is look number 4 without mascara. Let me put some mascara on and show you the final look. I'm back with mascara on. I've been using the Dark Star mascara for every look, and this is look number 4. Again, this is very bold of me. It's weird. I never like blue looks. I don't know. Tell me what you think about this one. I really like it for some reason. Welcome to the 5th look. Let me tell you something. I just did this on my other eye, and I'm really liking just kind of like where it went, because like it wasn't me, it just something took over me, and somehow we ended in November. I did a very fall look, but I'm really liking it. I'm trying to remember exactly every step that I took because I combined a lot of colors, so beware. To get started though, we're just going to use the color Loomis right underneath my brow. I'm using my number 2 brush from Rephr and just swiping that color Loomis back and forth underneath my eyebrow. We're going to turn the palette around to the natural side, and let's get started. The first 2 colors I combined were Copper Boxes and My Whole Heart to get a color that was a bit lighter as a transition shade, and I'm using my number 15 brush from Rephr just to swipe these colors back and forth on the crease of my eye. This brush is so freaking soft, I cannot even. So just swipe that mixture back and forth, and again, this is what I'm doing, just tapping on both colors. And build your mixture on the crease of the eye. Just swipe it in windshield wiper motions. Then I got a little bit of the color Told Ya and just put it on the outer corner of the eye and pulled it outwards a little bit just to give this a little bit more dimension and blend it into the crease. I just remember something else I did, and that was mixing My Whole Heart with the color Camilla in that same number 15 brush and just swiping it over the edge of the crease color right between the Loomis shade and the crease color we applied, and it just gives this upper side of the eye look here a little bit more warmth. Almost forgot that step. With my Rephr number 1 brush in the color Copper Boxes, I'm going to go over the outer corner of the eye here and just swipe it back and forth to blend it in. And then we're going to use the color You're Not My Real Dad and intensify the whole outer corner of the eye. The next thing I did was grab the color Camelot on my number 12 brush from Rephr, and with that brush I applied it all over the eyelid area, first by kind of packing it on, and then by just diffusing that beautiful mustard color into the rest of the eye. So you can see me doing windshield wiper motions towards the crease and just swiping back into the brown shades back here. And I'm coming in a second time to build it up. Okay, and this is the top side of look number 5. As you can see, it is fall time now. I am ready for a pumpkin spice latte. Just kidding, I don't like those. But honestly, I'm ready. This is so freaking pretty. I love these kinds of tones. Let me do my face makeup and I'll be right back to finish this up. I'm back, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the color Golden Ticket on the inner corner of the eye. And I'm going to blend it in right above the eyelid a little bit. Just like this, just pat it, blend it in here, pat it over that yellow, and a little bit right underneath the eye as well. Then I'm going to use a brown eyeliner in the waterline of my eye, which I kind of already did, and also in between my lower lash line. Nice and messy like that. I cleaned off my number 3 brush and I'm going to use it to smudge that eyeliner underneath the eye, just back and forth with the tip of it. With my reference number 12, I'm going to use the color Told You to blend that out further. And with that same brush, a little bit of My Whole Heart mixed in with Camelot, and just back and forth diffuse that whole lower lash area. So this is look number 5 without mascara on. Let me go ahead and do some mascara and I'll be right back to show you guys the final look. Alright, I'm back with mascara on, and this right here is the 5th and final look for this video. I absolutely love the way that this one turned out. I love that mustard color on the eyelid, and of course the pop of shimmer on the inner corner. I am sorry if I made you guys mix way too many colors together, but I think it was worth it. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy. This is look number 5. Okay guys, so just like that, we made it to the end of the video. I truly hope that you guys enjoyed those 5 looks. I would say I definitely went out of my comfort zone for a couple of those. I think my favorite looks were number 5 and number 3. I also really liked number 1, but that one was a little bit more basic, and it really surprised me how much I liked look number 4, that blue look. Someone with brown eyes is going to look absolutely stunning wearing those shades. I think I liked it because even though it had blue all over the eyelid, it had the nice warm crease and it made a really pretty contrast. So please go ahead and let me know down below which of the 5 looks was your personal favorite one. Which one do you think you'll be recreating if you were able to grab this palette? And don't forget, if you want to see even more looks, I have 2 more looks in my review video, which I'll go ahead and link up there. Alright, so that is it for this video. Don't forget to shop through the links in the description if you want to support this channel, and don't forget to please give me a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye!